Hello, welcome back to our Let's Play series. A little bit of admission here of my doziness. I've just recorded a load of footage, probably about just over half an hour long, and I had my mic muted. So what I'm going to be doing on this Let's Play is basically going over exactly what I did just about half an hour ago, but I've already done the build, so I'll just have to show you what I've done and explain how I've done it, and if you want to copy it then you can try and do it from there. Just a bit of an explanation which I did on the original Let's Play, but what we're up to so far. I've managed to get some pumpkins, well, one pumpkin, and split that up, got into 4 seeds, and they're planted there. I need pumpkins for one of my future builds. I've expanded my manual wheat farm. Our cactus farm is still going strong. Open that up, you can see we've got a stack and a half. We did have 2.5 stacks of cactus in there, but I've given the stack away, somebody needed some, so that is going away very nicely. We've cleared out a lot of this land. If you remember, this big berm that we've got here was extending all the way out to here, and it was part of this little mud hut that I'm living in at the moment. I've put an iron door on here with a little button so we can get in and out, a little pressure plate, so it automatically shuts behind me and it automatically opens for the way out, and that keeps my house a lot more secure. I know we can put a lock on it, but I think having a little button is just as good. We have started our house. You can see, like I said, this isn't my design. Once I've finished it I will put a link to the actual designer, but for the time being that's our house. Looks great as it is, but if we change texture packs to the John Smith texture pack, you can see it looks a hell of a lot better. It looks absolutely fantastic, very gothic. That is the theme of the house. I think it looks absolutely splendid with this texture pack. The only one problem with this texture pack is that it doesn't include textures for all the mods, so we don't have textures for our Red Power or our IC2 machines. You can see our Red Power furnace and our IC2 machines, the iron chest, just the bog standard texture there, which does make them stand out a little bit like sore thumb, but it really does make that house look very good. But for the purpose of this Let's Play, let's go back to our normal texture pack. So the texture pack that we're using by default is Faithful 32. I like it because it's not too dissimilar from the defaults. It's just a higher resolution, and if you do end up having a mod which you haven't got a texture pack for, Pyro's just saying hi there. Hello. So yeah, Pyro. Well, I'm probably going to get inundated by people coming over here now because they're not filming. So just to show you what we've well, that was very nice. What we've got is, if we come down to our cellar, you can see that somebody's been messing around and they've tried to demolish half our cellar. Not very nice, but there you go. If we come down to our level 30, I've been mining this out, and this is where I'm going to include a lot of my builds in here. It keeps the surface a lot less cluttered. So what we're doing, or what we've done now, is we're building a mushroom farm. And I'm going to have to explain what we've done here, because like I say, I had already done this off camera, well on camera but with no sound, because Knucklehead here forgot to unmute his mic. So what we've got is we've got a 9 across by 5 high room. Okay, we have got pillars at each side, 2 tall, and one pillar in the center. So we've got 3 pillars with 3 wide channels in the center. Okay, these are just half blocks. You can see if we can take that away. So that's just 1 block up, 3 wide, and we're going, not including this half block one, just including this one, we're going back 8 blocks. Up again, just 1 block, and then here is 6 blocks going back. So just to recap, put back our half block. We've got 1 block here, up 1, and then we're going back 8 blocks, up 1 again, and we're going back 6 blocks, and we've done that twice. So we've got the same on this side and the same here. These columns here are where our mushrooms are growing. This is where we plant them. So all these mushrooms I've planted down here myself. Now this is relying on a vanilla Minecraft kind of technique. What it's a long time since I've done this, so I'm hoping that the mechanic still works. But what the mechanic should be is, if the light level is less than 12, which it should be, I don't know whether if you can hear screaming and shouting in the background. I do apologise if you can, but next door is just having a birthday party. But anyway, if you can see here, our light level, which says BL there, is 8. 9 over here, and up here is 10, 11. So here it should be 11, so it's below 12. All here is below 12. Here's 10, so all this is below 12. So these mushrooms should grow. You shouldn't be able to plant a mushroom even. I've not got any mushrooms on me. Oh yes, I've got 3 there. You shouldn't be able to plant a mushroom in light 12 and above. So where is it here? There we go, it's 12, this is 13 here. So if we try and plant a mushroom, it shouldn't let us do it. Well, that's what I know. I know if you do it on the surface it won't do it, but it might be different if you're underground. But if you try and do it on the surface, it certainly won't let you do that. So we've planted our mushrooms along here, and because the light levels are below 12, then there's a percentage chance that this mushroom will grow another mushroom on either side of it, 1 block all the way around. So here, 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 all around it. And the same ones for these here. So these mushrooms have got a percentage chance of growing here, this mushroom's got a percentage chance of growing here, and when these two have grown, they have equally got a percentage chance of growing in this one in the centre. So it is quite a long process growing mushrooms, so I'm not expecting these to sprout out over the next hour or so, but we should have mushrooms growing all the way down here and the same down here. And what we can do, well, what you could do is just come along. I'm not sure whether they actually will go on gravel, so I know they will go on stone and they will go on cobble and dirt, but we'll keep it to nice stone for the time being. So all these channels here should be end up getting grown over with mushrooms, and what we can do then is harvest them. Now what I've done is I've got this switch here, and I'm going to have to dig all this up just so I can show you what I've done. This switch is on, and because it's on, we've got this red alloy wire leading all the way back here. Like I said, I do apologise that I didn't build this on camera. Well, I did, but no sound. So that goes all the way back down here to, let's get this out as well, and you can see we've got a sticky piston. Now a sticky piston traditionally is a normal piston and a slime ball, which you get from a drop from a Slimer mob on top of it. If you haven't found a Slimer, you can make it with sticky resin from Industrial Craft 2. So don't worry too much about that if you think you're going to have to go out finding a mob. So all that does is this red alloy wire, tongue-tied there, goes all the way back here, and this sticky piston is on, and this sticky piston, if we get rid of this, is pushing this block here up. If we get rid of this, you can see. So this sticky piston is on and it's pushing this block here up. So let's get our cobble back. So we'll bury all this up again. Not that one. Up there. So we'll bury all this again. And our half block on the end. And what happens is behind, that's the block which is being pushed up by the piston, and behind there is just one source block of water. So when we retract the piston by flicking the switch, the water floods out and pushes all these mushrooms, it plucks them up and pushes them all the way down here, and this water should end at this block here. So it pushes them all the way down here, and all the mushrooms will just end up here on this last block, this half block here. So if we shut that off, that'll engage the sticky piston again, which will shut off that water, and the water stops. So just to show you this in working order, because we've got no, if I just put a few mushrooms down just so you can see this working. So la da 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 da, come across, oh yes, I've got some mushrooms, want to harvest them, hit that, sticky piston comes down, releases the water, that flows down, they both come down both channels, and you can see them popping up, and the water will push them all down, and they will just stop on this half block here, ready for me to collect. And once they've all come down, what I just have to do is flick the switch again, and that'll stop them. But it doesn't harvest our seed mushrooms, if you like. They stay up there. All I've got to do is pick up my mushrooms and wander off. They will start then growing again. Now, like I said, because the low level of light in here, if the vanilla mechanic still works, these should grow, and because the light levels, I've made sure, again if we have a look, see it's 9, it's all below 12, but there's none below 7. There is a 7, I think mobs will spawn at 7, but there isn't many, so I'm hoping we won't get any problems with mobs in here, but it will be dark enough to get the mushrooms growing. In case we do get any mobs, I'll put a door on and we can keep that shut, and it'll keep them from getting into the main complex. So that is what I'm hoping is going to be a slow route to getting our food shortage sorted. So by the next episode, which I promise I'll have my mic on and you can actually see the build, I'm hoping to get all this done, get this finished off after somebody came and wrecked it for me. I might be able to get a little bit more done on my house. I don't want to make any red power machines, sorry, any industrial craft machines like macerators or anything like that until I get this house finished, because then I can install them straight into the house instead of first putting them into my mud hut and then making a wrench to get them up, and I've got a chance of making it, destroying it and just ended up into a machine block again. So I want to put them down and leave them down. So macerators, electrical things. Hey Mr. Creeper, how you doing? You okay there? Got a sword here if you want to come say hello to it. Eat Ruby. Thank you. He's got a friend. So yeah, that's all we want to do on this episode. Our next episode is, that's good timing because my phones are going, so my next episode is going to be hopefully doing something with this reed farm. So I will see you on the next episode. Thanks for joining me.